everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be teaching you how to become a digital minimalist, and I'm probably not a digital minimalist, so I don't know why I'm making this video, but I'm trying to help you guys to declutter your phone, your laptop, your tablet, just anything really, your Netflix, continue watching this, just all of that sort of stuff. I will be talking about how to declutter it and make everything easier for you. So this video is going to be ruthless. Like, if you don't like a picture, then just delete it. It is that simple. Like, I'm going to be telling you like different methods I use to like have more storage, and how to like know if you want to get rid of something. I don't honestly know because I wrote this plan like a couple months ago, so I honestly don't know what this says. So let's just get into it, and I hope that I find my way. Anyway, so the first thing is Google Photos, and I found this really helpful with an old phone. You probably have realised that the quality of my YouTube videos aren't amazing. That is because I film on an iPhone 6, because I can't afford a 10 yet, which I want to get because it has the best quality camera that I can afford in the future. Like, I can't buy like a 12 because I haven't got $1,000 to spend on a phone because I'm literally 15 and have no job. So Google Photos is really helpful because if you have like lots and lots of photos from your holiday but you don't want to keep all of them on your phone, then you can just upload them to Google Photos. You can also back up all your photos onto Google Photos, so I find that really helpful. You do run out of storage after a while though, so you have to buy storage, but if you back up all of your photos and you've not got too many photos, then you can delete the ones that you don't want, and you can buy more storage if that's what would work for you. But I think it's better just to get a phone with more storage, and also to just keep stuff that you need, because you don't need like 5,000 photos and videos on your phone. I have about 2,000, but I always look back in my photos and the last few months are just crazy, so I have to always go through them. So just delete like screenshots if you've got 2 of one photo, because I always take 2 photos when I take photos because it's always shaky. But yeah, just try and keep stuff that is actually useful, or is like nice pictures, and also use Google Photos because it's really good. It's free, unless you need lots and lots of storage. The next thing is to print photos. This is really fun. You can do this by buying one of those little mini printers which are Bluetooth, or you can just print it off of a big printer, or you can have them sent off, so you can use an app. I bet it's the guy that was mowing the lawn the other day as well. Yeah, that's better. Anyway, so printing photos is really good because you can then more creatively display them in a scrapbook or a photo book, and you can just see your pictures. So instead of having them saved on your phone for you to look at, then you can have physical copies of them. So yeah, it's a really good thing to do. I like to print out pictures, me and my holidays, me with my friends, and just stick them around my room and stick them in scrapbooks. It's just a nice idea. The next thing is delete, just delete. Okay, just delete is basically what I was saying. Okay. Oh yeah, the next one is don't have apps you don't use. I always have apps that I'm like, oh well, maybe one day I'll use it, or oh that's fun, it's fun when I play that app, but I don't do it very often. Just get rid of it. If you're not using it often, and you can check, because on the storage bit on the settings app it tells you when the last time you used the app. Some of mine say never even used, like Duolingo. I always say, oh yeah, I'll use Duolingo, oh yeah, it's the summer, I'm going to do more Duolingo, but I never do. So if you're like me and you have apps that you just don't use but you always say you're going to use them, just get rid of them, because they're just taking up storage that you don't need them to take up because you don't use them. So if you have like cute games that you got addicted to once, but you don't play it anymore, and you have really good progress but you haven't played it in like a year, just get rid of it, because you're not going to go back to it. If you haven't used it in a year, then you're probably never going to use it again. So just don't have apps that you don't need. The The next one is unsubscribe in your emails. The amount of mailing lists I used to be on, I used to join them just so that I would have extra emails. So there's this email address I've had since I was like quite young, because my parents have a domain that they pay for. So they have like the end of it, it's not like at Gmail, it's at and then our family name. So we have that as like, or it's just easier because then you don't have to set up loads of ones with other companies, you can manage it well. But I used to just subscribe to things that I didn't even care about, and my inbox would be crazy with loads and loads of emails that I wasn't ever going to read, subscribe to all these things I don't use, and it was just crazy. So just unsubscribe. If you don't care about the emails that people are sending you, just unsubscribe, because it's just taking up space in your inbox. And I hate going through emails on my phone, because when you swipe, like the bone in my finger goes weird. I know that's really random, but I just don't like doing that. It's just not good, because it's not good for my finger. So I just end up having just unsubscribing from loads of things and deleting them every once in a while. But just try to be subscribed to not that many things, as little things as you can, because then you can manage it. And if you don't like things anymore, don't just keep it just for the sake of it. If you don't care about the emails that a company is sending you, just unsubscribe, because you can always subscribe again. The next one is unsubscribe from YouTube channels. I get so many notifications for YouTube channels that I don't even watch. I don't know why I don't unsubscribe, but it takes a lot for me to subscribe to a channel. So be like me, take a lot to subscribe to a channel and to turn on the notification bell. I know people are always like, oh please subscribe, but if you don't watch their channel that often, there's no point you subscribing. Don't have a subscription list with loads and loads of channels that you're subscribed to, because it's just not worth it, and it's not worth your time and just being there when you don't need it there. I look on my brother's subscription list, like on the TV, I'm pointing at my TV because I'm in my lounge, but on like TV YouTube, you can see really easily when the latest videos have come out of people you're subscribed to. So I see on his like subscription thing, he's subscribed to like 300 channels. It has like, there's guaranteed to be 2 or more videos that have been uploaded in the last hour. I never get that. I tend to be subscribed to channels just for channels that don't post, or for some reason, I don't actually know why I'm subscribed to them. It's like Instagram accounts. I'm following inactive Instagram accounts just because I think that's a bit not a good idea. That's another thing. If you don't like people you're following, don't follow them. If you know someone from school and you hate them but you feel like you have to follow them, don't follow them. Honestly, it's so much better for your mental health to not be following that person. So just unfollow them and unsubscribe from people that you don't watch, that are just clogging up your feed. Just get rid of it. Yeah, and I've said here, just keep stuff that makes you happy. So with unfollowing people, unsubscribing from channels, deleting pictures, just keep things that spark joy, as Marie Kondo would say. The next thing is sort out music, and if you don't like a song on an album, then just delete it. There are a couple of songs that I don't like on particular albums. Like, I used to be obsessed with K through 12 by Melanie Martinez, but I would hate the song Teacher's Pet. So whenever I would like re-download it to my phone, because when it like backs up with the computer, I would always re-download that song and I'd already deleted it, I would always delete it. But if you do that and you like plug your phone in to like move the music around, I know people tend to use Spotify nowadays, but if you like have albums, you download them to your computer and then you download them to your phone, then just delete the stuff you don't like. If you've got an album, you don't like the song, don't have it. It's just a waste of space. Even if your phone's got 256 gigabytes, just delete all the stuff that you don't want and you don't like, because there's no point having songs that you're never going to listen to. Like, I really like the music from The Greatest Showman soundtrack, but I never listen to it. So I think I should just delete it off my phone, which I probably will do after this video, but don't have music on your phone that you don't like, because there's no point. And if you think, oh well, maybe one day I might want to listen to it, you can always search it up, so just delete it. If you don't like it, get rid of it. The next thing is to get USB sticks. Now this is a really good idea because you can store photos on it, you can store videos on it, you could store Word documents, PowerPoints. There's so many different things you can store on USB sticks and hard drives. So if that would be better for you with like storage stuff instead of like Google Photos or just having lots of storage on your computer or your phone, then get USB sticks and hard drives. The next thing is to have minimalist apps. So this is like a minimalist thing, which I like those apps where they're like really minimal and they're like white and black and stuff. So if you want to be a minimalist and that's why you've like come to this video, then have apps that make you feel like you're minimalist with minimalist layouts. There's really cute like games which are minimalisty, so get those and take a shot every time I say minimalist in this video. The next thing is get a private Instagram. So this is really helpful because you can store photos on it, and if it's private then you can decide who sees it and who doesn't. You can have like really private accounts. I've got a private account that literally 2 people are following. One of them is a YouTube friend and the other one is my best friend. So I just have that for those 2 people to see because there's literally no one else who I would share my private Instagram with, except for maybe my brother. But if you don't have that many friends, if you have like loads and loads of friends, then have a public Instagram, share everything. But if you only have like a couple of friends and you trust them, then have a private Instagram account that's like really private and you can share anything on, and just keep it as somewhere to store all your stuff. Also, this is good if you want to back up pictures. I remember when I was in year 7, loads of people would have backup accounts, so if their account got took down, then they had somewhere where the pictures wouldn't go away. So that's a good idea. But obviously, if your account gets hacked into and you've got the same password as the one for your private / backup account, then that's not good. So remember to have lots of different passwords for different things, which I'm very not good at. I tried to get like a notebook and store all the passwords in, but I just forgot and reset it to the same password, so that's probably not a good idea. So maybe get one of those like password storing software app things that stores all of your passwords and remembers them for you, and they're like high security passwords. So maybe that would be a better alternative than using the same password, which I should really stop doing. Anyway, the next thing is to sort stuff into albums and folders. This is really helpful. When I'm making posts for my writing Instagram, I have a folder in my documents called Instagram, and then I have loads of folders. I have one for theme dividers, I have one for posts, I have one for, I can't even remember, but then they go into like subfolders and subfolders and subfolders, so then I can just organise it. I can have in posts one for one theme, one for one theme, one for another theme. I have one for end screens, I have one for highlight covers, so just like sort it and have different folders. It's easier on a computer than on a phone because it takes a long time to like sort out albums on a phone because it's smaller. You can't like multi-select easy. It's like a really small screen. Like I watch videos of mine on bigger screens and I'm like, wow, this is so much better on a bigger screen. And sometimes I link my phone to my TV in the other room and edit, and I've got a big screen and I'm like, wow, this is so much easier. Why don't I just do this more often? But yeah, it's difficult editing on a small screen. Like it's like that big, the screen, when you're in an editor. So I don't know, one day I will edit on a computer. And yeah, I kind of thought of the last one in one of the other ones, which is to do with passwords. So that is all for today. I hope you have learned something. I hope this has been helpful. If you've got any questions, please leave them down below. If you have anything you want to add, also leave it down below. Yeah, that's all I have to say. Please leave a like and subscribe because it really helps me out. And yeah, I'll see you all soon. Bye!